Tennessee, come out and play.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big breaking TV.
Yo, what's poppin', Henny? Gang. Bar is open, y'all. I smell a debunking video coming on. Child. Please do not forget, this is Hennessy Reviews.
Having a fun time.
Yeah, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the bar. And I know it is on a very, very late night that we are doing this, but I've been holding on to this video for about 3 days now and was supposed to do it yesterday, but decided, you know what? I'm just going to go on ahead and I'm going to drop this video now. So if you are new here, please be sure that you like, comment, and of course, go ahead and click that subscribe and be sure to click the notification bell. Select all so that you get notified whenever I do a video. And to my returning Mob Down Henny Gang members, now let's get into this content. Now, it is on the late night, so I'm not going to be making too much noise. I hope you guys can hear me very well because we are going to do a final video on all of this because Wack is just out here lying his behind off all over the place. I mean, him and Loose Cannon have been on a press run, and earlier today, Wack took his old funky duty shooting behind over there to Vlad TV. And he decided that he was going to go over there and do his rehearsed story. I'm watching your other video on my tablet trying to catch up. I'm here. Oh, Rose and Gold, thank you. Decided that he was going to go over here and tell this watered down version of his story again. Oh, child, but that's not all, okay? Because earlier today, I had the displeasure of being informed that the other person involved in this situation was someplace else on a press run his damn self. And who is the other person that we are speaking about? It is none other than Loose Coochie Ashley. Now, you want to know something that I noticed? For this to have been such a clout move, right? And for Reid to have been looking to become content, he is the only one who has not been doing a press run. He did one interview with Compton Rick Rock, but yet and still, we see Wack, or we hear Wack, and we see Loose Coochie Ashley, Loose Cannon, running all over in these internet streets talking about criminal activity that they have been involved in. Baby, yes, we live. We are live, Miss Pammy. Hey, shout out to Slimeball TV. They've been everywhere running their damn mouth. And I mean, they have been on recordings, they have been on recorded conversations, and the whole 9 yards. So I said, you know what, on this late night bar tip, what we finna do is we finna sit up here and we gonna set this off right. Because there's been nothing but a morass of false statements, meaning lies. And not only have Wack and Loose been out here running their mouth, but none other than Reggie Wright has also stepped into the fold as well. And what did Reggie have to say after all of that? In case you don't remember, we gonna catch you up, okay? Because when Reggie Wright first spoke on this situation, this is what he had to say. And let me get my screen together for myself so that I can come over here and I can still see y'all. While I'm doing what I'm doing, I can still see what y'all doing down there in the chat. All right, we got a couple of wrenches. Shout out to the Henny snipers that are in the cipher. Okay, but now let's take a flashback and listen to what Reggie Wright had to say when the situation first went down.
Oh, I didn't see who it was on there, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about calling out names. But I know that's what people are saying in the titles. That's who's on the video. But I did see it. Now, if you ever been up to No Jumper, you know that's not actually the street that No Jumper is on. So we ain't gonna put this on No Jumper, are we? And so I don't want to do that to Adam 22 because I kind of been watching his videos and kind of been respecting what he's doing over there with the hip hop community. I don't push his agenda that he's put. I don't appreciate or like his agenda that he's pushing over there, but I appreciate how he is trying to help out the.
So you see how he tried to backslide, you know what I'm saying, and try to, you know, I'm not trying to, put anybody under the bus and whatever.
Hip hop culture. So shout out to Adam 22. All right, y'all. All right. I gotta say this because y'all getting mad at me about my boy Wack and he fucks with loose cannon. And so I fucks with loose cannon now, even though he up there talking about somebody was fucking me in the ass and shit. But I'm glad me and that nigga made up.
So vulgar indeed. So vulgar indeed. But let's just listen for a little bit longer. I promise y'all it's almost over. Hey, Dopest TV.
If that is him on that goddamn tape. I'm not saying it is because I don't know. I can't make out who it is, so I don't know how any of y'all making out who it is. All you YouTubers are saying that's Wack and Loose Cannon is doing it. But, who knows?
So Reggie's standpoint was he don't know who was on the tape, right? Well, this is what he had to say today.
Don't understand why Wack and them would get on the internet and start talking about it. Matter of fact, we might even call Wack this week on an episode later on and ask him that to try to find out why did they go talking about it, because everybody don't fall for that gangster code, that no snitch.
So now you've got to backtrack. Are you feeling like a sucker now, Reggie? Are you? Because you went and put yourself out there for them. And they've been running their mouth. Okay? They've been running their mouth.
All right, let me show y'all something right quick.
Shout out to Most Scandalous Los Angeles TV for this video.
Edit, and I really want to speak on this thing right quick and get it out the way. Just to speak on it because a lot of people have been asking me.
Ain't nobody asked you nothing.
Especially because I was the first one to break, the video. You know what I mean? And
he was the first one to break the video.
And within a few minutes, my video was removed.
He was the first one to break the video. And within a few minutes, it was removed. But not only that, remember this from Sweet?
Here y'all go.
He leaked his own video as well. So yeah, Reggie, we'd like to know why they had you stick your neck out for them, only for them to turn around and make you look like a complete sucker on the internet. But remember how Wack has said quite a few things, how he was running his yippity yap and saying that he ain't know the J. Reid dude and the J. Reid dude and all of that was up here clout chasing and he came up there on his own and all of that. Well, I'm going to take y'all back into time just a little bit to remind some of y'all because not everybody was privy to watching the whole Rick Rock interview, but I'm going to play a little bit of the Rick Rock interview for y'all who may have missed it or just to refresh you because it's going along with the content. Just stay with me because y'all should know if Henny is building it up, I'm building it up to something. So let's listen to what J. Rock's interview of J. Reid has for us in here. Okay, let's listen.
2 guys floating around, no jumper. They came knocking on the door. They was looking for content, man. I try to do the best that I can about the content. So if it was something that I said in there that might have been wrong, I think I said something about a preacher, as well as a lot of people saying it was a preacher guy that was with you. So this is what I want to know. Tell us how everything went. I want to know your reason for going to no jumper, because that's what everybody want to know. You know,
I want y'all to pay attention when he starts answering to exactly what it is that he says, why he was going to no jumper.
and they said it was 2 guys floating around, no jumper. They came knocking on the door. They was looking for a particular guy that was in there. Wack. They said they was looking for Wack, and that's how everything started. So can you let us know what happened, man?
Man, let's go with this. Let's start like this. Like I said, I've been dealing with Loose Cannon and Wack for the past few months.
He's been dealing with Loose Cannon and Wack for the past few months.
We're trying to do a joint venture with Dash Network. For those that don't know, Dash Network is a network that's up and coming, that's orchestrated behind my boy Travis Ford and a gentleman by the name of Mozzie. How we came up on the situation, I know Loose Cannon, so I try to connect the dots and put Loose Cannon and Mozzie together and make this connection work with the new exposure show. So we're
Loose Cannon, pay attention.
Talking about bringing the exposure show onto the Dash Network. So we've been in many conversations, many text messages, online, you know what I'm saying, conversations. We've been talking. We've been going out. We do our thing. So for me to come up there and just be a nobody, you know, that's just out of line. That's a false narrative. And I don't want y'all to believe that. I don't want y'all to think
It's a false narrative. You don't want it. You don't want y'all to believe that. Now pay attention.
I'm somebody that just reckless like that and walking out there and coming up on somebody's property, not doing what I'm doing. I was called for some business. I was there to handle my business, bring 2 companies together, which is 100 ENT and Dash Network together. That's what I was there for. So
what was he doing up there? He was bringing 2 people together. Now, who was calling him up there is the big question.
Okay. So when you get there, you guys pull up. Was you guys inside the building prior to the thing that to the altercation that we seen online, or was you guys met in the parking lot or wherever you guys was met at? Tell us what happened. Tell us, because the people want to know. This ain't something I want to know.
Check it out, right? What makes it so crazy is I get the call. It's on the 26th. It's a good call. I get the call from Cannon. We're supposed to be at no jumper at 4:30.
I get the call from Cannon. We supposed to be at no jumper at 4:30. But now, when Wack was up there with Adam yesterday, didn't Wack say that he told Loose Cannon to come up there at 7 o'clock? That's what he said. He said he told Loose Cannon to come up there at 7 o'clock. Now, I will say to y'all, I did lose my place within that video where the timeline was being spoken of. But if you go back and watch either part 1 or part 2 of Who's the Target, then you will hear, if you watch that video, or if you were privy to watching the video while it was happening, you hear him say he told Loose Cannon to come up there at 7 o'clock. So how is Cannon telling him to go up there at 4:30? Interesting, right? But wait, there's more.
30. Ironically, you know, I'm in a different area, so it's gonna take me a little time to get there. So as I'm approaching, you know, I'm getting a call from Loose Cannon. Are you close? Are you there? Are you there? So I'm like,
he's getting a call from Loose Cannon. Are you close? Are you there? Are you there? Who's calling him? Loose Cannon is calling him.
And I'll be there in a second. You know what I mean? I'm coming from a different area. So as I'm saying that, I'm telling you, we get there, we pull up. I'm actually be there. I'm actually wait outside for a second. I guess the show was over. So I introduced myself to Adam. I introduced myself to Adam as J. Reid. Came back to him. We shook hands. We sat right there and I video recorded. Adam.
Period. Loose Cannon called this man up there. Period. End of discussion. Okay. But let's go back to what Wack had to say on yesterday, because I do have some things marked off for y'all. Okay.
What I did is hit Travis, hey, Mozzie just canceled, so you don't show up. So this totally debunks the bullshit narrative that we're trying to line some people up. Because when Mozzie canceled, I called Travis. You had to record it, right? I hit Mozzie again the other day. I sent you that recording. Yo, who is this dude, bro? Because he did an interview saying he's coming up here to do our business. Now, our contract between 100 and Dash was signed 6 weeks ago. You understand what I'm saying? So what I told him is, look, bro, I'm going to give Adam part of my end. You meet me halfway, give him part of your end. I say that way he has ownership, not a bullshit little check every month when we making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Now, leaking that audio, we'll drop in that audio because he ain't leaking. Of Wack saying that he beat up Travis, that he called him and told him that Travis Ford got beat up. Now, remember, I did tell y'all about that. I told y'all that there was a recording that was taken of him by Demon Time Exotic. Shout out to Smoked Out TV Reaction. for this clip right here of Demon Time Exotic's video. Now, let me go ahead and let me remove this because I can. Okay, I can. And let me go ahead and let me play this audio for y'all because not everybody saw this and not everybody heard it. So here
that, right? I get a call from Wack100, right? Because at this point, I'm still like, I don't know what Luce went and told Wack, and Wack called him and said and tried to press him about, but we just got to understand this, so I ain't even tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing content with Snoopy BA, and we, you know what I'm saying, we knocking out content. I ain't even tripping. I'm not even thinking about this. So somebody, I forgot who told me that there was a fight at No Jumper. Somebody got whooped. Somebody told me that. I you know what I mean? I got a
I'm going to speed this up a bit only because we ain't got all night, okay? And I want to get the content to y'all. But he's saying he got a phone call telling him that somebody got beat up at No Jumper, okay?
DM or call or somebody told me somebody got whooped at No Jumper. And who did they think it was? I don't know who they thought it was, but they just told me somebody got whooped at No Jumper, right? So then I get a call, right? I get a call from Wack himself. You hear what I'm saying? So Wack hits me. Boom. Y'all see this is December 26th, 8/19. You know, that same night, right? So, you know, he hits me, right? And he started talking crazy. Yeah, what you done told Travis Ford and da-da-da and all this and that, right? I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Like now.
He's asking him what he told Travis Ford.
At this point, this is you know, I just got a call from I just got a DM from Travis Ford talking about some, you know, whatever they're saying. I just let it go because we got an understanding. Now I'm getting a call from Wack, and you know, this is what he has to say.
So basically what it is, Travis Ford was supposed to do an interview with Demon Time Exotic, right? Right. So Demon Time told him, well, I don't want you to have no problems because me and Wack we don't judge, we don't get along. Okay. So that was the conversation that they had. And then Wack turns around and he's hitting up Demon Time the night of the incident.
Oh man, is it not able to be played? What's going on here? Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. I don't know what the fuck, but I keep telling these niggas, like, bro, stop. Like, my nigga, just leave me the fuck alone. Like, I don't. He said, I don't hate whoever you want to interview. I don't care. Now, this is, I'm trying to give you all the context, right? Because we're coming a little late in the conversation. He gets on the phone like, what's going on? What Travis Ford just said and what you just said to Travis Ford and who talking crazy? I'm like, what? I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Like, ain't nobody said nothing crazy. You hear what I'm saying? At this point, I've already said, all I asked brother to do was, we were talking about doing an interview, and I told him he might not want to interview with me because of you. So he said he starts this conversation. Let me start off. So I don't know what the fuck, but I keep telling these niggas, like, bro, stop. Like, my nigga, just leave me the fuck alone. Like, I don't hate. Well, if you want to interview, bro, I don't care. I don't care, bro. Like, I don't care. I don't know why y'all would touch that man. All right, so you hear me say, I don't know why y'all would touch that man because he's basically telling me that he just beat the brakes off of Travis Ford.
Now, Wack. If you told Travis that he wasn't supposed to be coming up there because Mozzie canceled, why would you be on the phone with Demon Time telling him that you beat the brakes off of Travis Ford? I'm sitting here trying to connect the dots on this timeline because the timeline that he's given us doesn't make sense. If Mozzie called him at 2:30 and told him that the meeting was canceled, then why would Wack call Travis at 3:30, about an hour later, to tell him that the meeting was canceled? Wouldn't Mozzie call Travis and tell him that? And then why is it that Reid is saying that he was supposed to be there at 4:30 according to Luce, but you told Luce to be there at 7? Child, is this making any sense to y'all? Henny glasses in the chat if y'all smell bullshit, because I smell bullshit of a rat. I'm just saying, let's continue.
He doesn't tell me that he beat the brakes off of Jay Reid. He tells me that I just got Travis Ford and his homeboy whooped. So I'm telling him, like, bro, I don't know what you heard when Luce came back and told you, but if you put your hands on that man, you're bogus. Because
now, he's saying, Wack is saying that he got Travis beat up. So let's continue to listen to what he had to say in this conversation, because remember, this right here is the recording.
Because he didn't speak ill of you at all. I didn't speak ill of you. We didn't have no ill conversation about you. I said that he may not want to work with me because you don't fuck with me, and that's all.
Let me answer this question for you. Wack has never walked a level 4 prison yard. I have the whole video over there on my channel. If you go into the Hennessy Reviews live video vault, you will see that there is a video that Diamond and I did breaking down every movement that he has had when he was in prison. And he wasn't at any of those prisons that he said he was at. He wasn't doing any of the stuff that he said that he was doing. You can actually see his prison movement in that video. So go check that out for yourself and you will see. Let's continue.
And I get this call. You said what? So now, right? He's telling me, Wack is telling me they're gonna try to blame you because you started this. You called Wack, you called Loose Cannon, and you told him something crazy, and now Loose Cannon told me whatever he told me, and we done called Travis Ford and got on his head. Now you got him whooped. Now he's down here and he's whooped in the alley, and it's because of what you told Loose Cannon. And I'm like, what? Hell no. And nobody gonna blame me. I already talked to that nigga and told him. I already told him, man. Yeah, why would y'all see y'all beat up a nigga because of what? I beat a nigga up. So you hear what I'm saying? You did that. Because like I said, because of this conversation I had earlier with Travis Ford through DM and I talked to Loose Cannon later. All I told Loose Cannon is the same thing I've been telling y'all. I'm not gonna keep repeating it. And yeah, is that your new book? And let's keep going. Why would I record this nigga? I text him. Who know what? What is you talking about? So that's what I'm saying. It's like the story, like I'm trying to even understand because he just got on the phone and said, I got a nigga whooped. I'm like, what? About what? He never even says what I supposedly told Loose.
Demon Time, let the content play, love. You got to let the content play.
That's how I knew it was worked up from the beginning though. But we gonna get into it. That's what I'm saying. Conversation. I talked to Loose. That's the only person I talked to. Y'all ass got this shit going. Y'all ass looking for a reason to beat up a nigga or some shit. That shit's weird. I told him I talked to you. I told him I talked to the nigga and shit. I said he probably not gonna work with me because I was trying to do an interview for you to hear me. That's exactly what I've been telling y'all. I ain't gotta repeat it. I said the same thing to him. Snoopy on Snoopy show. It ain't had shit to do with you. I seen your girl was on this page, and I said you probably not gonna work with me, bro. I see you working with Wack. You probably not gonna work with me. I don't work with you. Yeah, he never said he did. So if y'all put your hand, he never said he did. He never said he worked with Wack. I mentioned Wack to him. He never mentioned Wack to me. He never said I work with Wack and Wack don't fuck with you. He never said none of that. Nothing. In real life, that's hella weird, bro. Y'all hella weird for that. Report what, nigga? Now I know not to talk to niggas about. I'm talking to Loose in general. Just I don't even know that these niggas is connected. You hear what I'm saying? You see him. You see. I ain't sectioned all of it. I was trying to get the parts. I wish I would have got the other part. But anyways, basically, because it was.
So basically, here's the thing that I'm going to ask all of you that are listening to this. If Travis Ford never mentioned that he was working with Wack, then how is Wack working with Travis Ford? And we heard Wack call Travis, but I'm going to tell you something about them phone calls. Okay. I believe that they already knew that that phone call was getting ready to come in from Wack. Oops, wait a minute. I ain't playing my music, y'all. Y'all know I like to play my music. Let me play my music. Okay. I'm going to play the one that I played in the Diddy video. All right. It is nothing for Wack to call and say, hey, I'm about to call you while I'm up here at No Jumper, and this is what I need you to say. Because I'm not done with this being a play. I'm sorry, it's a play for somebody, okay? Is this...
It was a lot of messages, basically just about Snoopy BA and all of that. But basically, you see me talking about Snoopy BA. I don't even. That nigga's probably not gonna work with me because he worked with you. And now y'all talking about y'all beat this nigga up for what, nigga? I seen R&B on his page and shit, some other shit. So I assume y'all was working together. Yeah, on the Dosh page. Oh shit! I thought he. Oh, okay. He don't work with Dosh. I thought he worked with Dosh. He said. If he do, I got a facility. I don't have that. So that's just my shit. I don't know what dude. I don't know what the fuck he do. I just know the nigga. I just my life. Like I said, bro.
He don't work for Dosh. Wack owns 50% of that. So you sitting up here talking about Reid don't have any ties to this. Without your own mouth to Demon Time Exotic, you saying that Travis Ford ain't got no ties to it. Let me go back and replay that because he says it very low. So you gotta listen. And I know sometimes, you know, I'm trying to get past where Demon Time is talking and get just to the recording. All right.
Well, shit, y'all ass is weird. Yeah, so I talked to Luce. He the only person I talked to about Travis Ford. All I told Luce was that shit. That nigga's probably not gonna work with me because he worked with you. And now y'all talking about y'all beat this nigga up for what, nigga? I seen R&B on his page and shit, some other shit. So I assume y'all was working together. Yeah, on the Dosh page. Oh shit! I thought he. Oh, okay. He don't work with Dosh. I thought he worked with Dosh. He said, "I got a facility. I don't have that. So that's just my shit with the owner. I don't know what to do. I don't know what the fuck he do. I just know the nigga. I just my life. Like I said, bro. I seen him. He said he worked with Dosh. I looked up Dosh. I seen R&B on there. I told him before we even do any business, you probably not gonna want to fuck with me because Wack100 don't fuck with me. Everything we talked about is on a text message. So it don't even matter. It can't be no mistake. All I was saying is, I see he's already working with you. I know you don't fuck with me, so there ain't even no reason for us to try to get nothing started because he's working with you. That's all that was said. That's what I told him when he talked to me. He talking about I got some shit crossed up with you and Wack and all. I'm like, what? I ain't talking to them niggas about you. All I said is that you not gonna work with me because you working with him. So now he's basically trying to use this like a scare tactic, like, oh, you started this and da-da-da-da, and they gonna get on your head over this, and we did this because of you, but it has nothing to do with me. Hey, y'all, if y'all really put your hands on that nigga, bro, if y'all really put your hands on that nigga, bro, that shit ain't got shit to do with me, and shit, hey, that's on y'all. Look at, boy, your ass, and as I'm sitting here listening to this, right? Thanks.
Okay, we done with that. We done with that because it's just too much over talking of the content, but y'all caught the context of the content, okay? Now, I'm going to play a little bit of this Vlad video for y'all. Listen to what he has.
You know what I mean? I step back. You know, y'all gonna squabble, you gonna squabble. I think what happened was because dude tucked his tail and didn't really, you know, show the amount of aggression back that he had that he was when he was talking. That left, instead of it being a 4-on-2, if that's what we want to look at it as, because in my world, a 4-on-2 is an even fade. You know, you give me one of my homies any foe, you know, it's a fight. Whether we win, lose, or draw, it's just gonna be a fight. You know, once you like check yourself out of it, now you leave them all to go to wherever they're gonna go. The other dude, I don't know what he did, what he said, I don't know. I don't know the dude. I've never seen him.
So he's talking about the preacher dude that was there, and he's talking about how, you know, he's still holding on to this narrative that this dude, Reid, started all of this, okay? And he's now trying to clean up the preacher dude. Sorry, y'all, I just got a message. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this question. So, if Travis Ford was supposed to go up there, who was that beat down for? Who was it for? Because it doesn't make sense what Wack is saying about Loose Cannon and Reid's relationship. Okay? You just heard. And you know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I skipped ahead in the content. I wasn't supposed to play that yet. I was supposed to play something else. My bad. My bad. I was supposed to play this instead. Hold up. Hold on a second. Dang it. I'm sorry, y'all. I got so many videos open, it's not even funny at the moment. Okay, hold on. All right, we going back to the Jay Reid conversation. That's where we were supposed to be. Hold on, guys.
Situation.
I got y'all.
Well, I'm gonna get to that in a second. But let me go ahead and say this, man. I walked into the building. You see what I'm saying? Because for a second, I'm outside, but I'm thinking, man, this is my boy right here. Why do I need to be outside? Let me go up inside and introduce myself. You know, make sure everybody up in there is straight.
Now he's saying that this is my boy. Okay. So Wack done already called. Let me bring y'all up to where we are. Wack done already made all of these morass of false statements out here, okay? He done had Reggie Wright speak up for him. And after Reggie Wright speaks up for him, the team is already dropping their stuff. They're dropping 600, them dropped the video. Loose Cannon done played it on his channel. Loose and Wack are on this press run. Loose just had an interview today. Wack was on Vlad. They've been calling people, getting recorded, calling into people's shows, popping it. Loose is doing video after video every day, showing himself fighting on his show and all of that. And Wack is talking about Mozzie canceled at this time, and Travis, he called Travis at this time. But you was just on a phone call with Demon Time Exotic saying you don't know him, you don't know what he do, and that you own 50% of Dosh Network. You was just saying all of that. You was just saying all of that. Hold on. Because I'm getting some hot Henny in the inbox. We may be getting some exclusive Henny at that. Anyway, so he's saying he don't know Travis Ford, and he's calling Demon Time saying they beat up Travis Ford. But the whole time it was Jay Reid that was out there, not Travis Ford. And Wack is holding to this. He don't know why this dude Jay Reid was up there. But Jay Reid was up there because Loose Cannon invited him. Loose Cannon is the one who was pressing him to hurry up and get up there. Okay? Wack is talking about their deal was already closed however many 6 weeks ago, whatever he's saying, that the deal was already closed, so he don't know why this dude was coming up there. But meanwhile, you was at dinner with them. You were at dinner with him, and you even had a picture taken with him, and I don't care how you try to make it sound, because the picture is up on the Dosh Network. The Dosh Network's Instagram. It's not up on Jay Reid's Instagram, where it's a picture that he's putting around and nobody else put it up. It's on the Dosh Network's Instagram, which means that this was business, which means you were introduced to him, which means everybody would know what everybody's position is, right or wrong. Henny Glasses in the chat if you agree with that. So now Jay Reid is going to finish telling us why he up there. Because I promise y'all, we building up, and I got y'all with the conclusion of this.
I'm coming in, man. I see Loose. I see Wack right in front of me. But at the same time, I do see 15 gentlemen there. It don't throw me off, because as a black man, I'm not scared. I walk in because I'm handling business. There's no reason for me to be a threat to anybody. As you can see, I don't have nothing on me. I'm not armed up. It's just me and my partner who also do things for the community. This man is right here is an advocate for where he come from. This man did several moons. You understand? Under that calendar, that man is a leader in his community. He's out there reaching out to others, and he don't do nothing but preach positive up in there. So that's why I brought that gentleman around.
I agree.
So they can show that. I mean, for anybody that see how I move around, man, I do those things to throw no threat. So we walk in the building, I meet Loose Cannon, I shake his hand, and I see Wack right there. And as we conversing, they just decided to say, let's go outside. I don't know for what reason. I thought it was just me and Wack at the time gonna be walking out, because we had some business to attend to when it came to Dosh Network. So we get to walking outside as we speaking, as we get to speaking, I'm looking at Loose Cannon because I'm trying to figure out, what's the motive of me being in this situation. So Loose Cannon gets to talking about the spreadsheet that they want to see from Mozzie about the Dosh Network. Now, this is something we've been going back and forth about for the last few months. And
he's talking about spreadsheets. Wack is talking about something completely different. If you notice, Wack never addressed anything about spreadsheets. Instead, he tiptoed around that and talked about showing Adam the back end of things, which if you pay attention to what he described, he's talking about having Mozzie come up there and open up his computer and show him his dashboard. But he don't never address the fact that there's a spreadsheet issue and that loose cannon is the one that wants to know about these spreadsheets.
You know, this is me trying to learn how to get up into the network game as opposed to me dealing with the music game. You know.
So now he's admitting that he's working on getting into the network game and not the, you know, dealing with the music game. So is it possible? If I'm stretching, y'all say, Henny, that's a reach, and I'll take my hand back and stop reaching. But it sounds to me like he was brought on to the Dosh network to learn the network. And he would not be able to explain anything about a spreadsheet, anything about subscribers, if he didn't know anything about it, right? Right. He also would not be able to tell you who to go to be able to understand the spreadsheets or get it explained or broken down to you if he wasn't privy to certain information.
You know, so I'm learning about the subscribers. So we were stuck on the issue about 80,000 subscribers that Dosh Network has. So it was.
What did he say? I'm learning about the subscribers. So there's the issue about 80,000 subscribers to the Dash Network.
The issue, it was a situation up on seeing the spreadsheet. Now, we wanted to see the spreadsheet because we wanted to see how these 80K followers are still there on this site. Now, me bringing the situation of hand, I'm the front runner, I'm the connection. So I don't feel no type of way about me being there because this is business. So as me and Luce begin to speak, he says, hey, Jay Reid, see, this is where we have a situation where we need to see the spreadsheet for the network. As he began to say that, he called.
Y'all type it down in the chat. Who said, hey, Jay Reid, this is where we have a situation with the spreadsheet? Y'all type the name down in the chat because I know y'all caught it.
I was Wack over there, and Wack begins to speak. Wack gets to showing me like, hey, man, you know, this is not what we're asking for. We need to go ahead and get that out. And as I get to looking, man, it just, and Rock, when I tell you this, man, it throws me all off guard. I wasn't aware at all. Next thing you know, I'm getting punched up in the face, and it just goes crazy at that point, as y'all can see. Just
bingo. So where in this equation is anybody getting lost? I agree, Star. He's been dealing with Luce. He also was incarcerated with Luce. He ran into Luce after his incarceration when he came out. Him and Luce have a relationship, like I was telling y'all in the other video. Him and Luce Cannon have a relationship. So he was up there for Luce Cannon. But when we watch this video, because we go and pull the video. We gonna pull the video up, y'all. Here go the video. We gonna watch the beginning of this video. Okay, and then we gonna listen to what Wack had to say. Oh, we at the end of the video. Let's go to the beginning of this video doesn't have the beginning. So let me tell you what it is that I'm showing y'all. Wack100 claims that he was telling Luce, hey, don't do that. As he was getting in the car and he turns his headlights on, right? I got to be very careful. That's why I got to be careful. Okay, let's see. I want y'all to notice something. Those headlights come on then, right? I'm trying to show y'all that during the whole duration of this fight, car lights are off. Let me move myself out the way so y'all can see. Let me put myself over here. The car lights are off. At this point of the fight, this man is already naked on the ground, stripped out of his clothing. Jay Reid that already got up off the ground and stumbled up the alleyway, getting punched on as he was getting out the alleyway. Those truck lights are not on. So that means, Wack, you were there the whole time that fight was going down. Them lights did not come back on until here. That's the end of the fight. So let me get this off my screen. We'll put Reggie back up here for a moment. No, we're going to go over here. Because we ain't finished with Travis. You were standing there the whole time that guy was getting whooped on. And you going to tell me that you can sit up here, as you see this right here at the bottom of the screen. Travis from Main Street. You can tell us what set that man is from, but you can't tell us who was there at that fight. Is that what you're trying to tell us and get us to believe? So what was that with Demon Time Exotic? Was that a play that you was running? Because I'm going to tell you something. This story has ever evolved from the beginning. From when they first opened their mouths and started speaking about this situation, the story has been ever evolving. Loose Cannon made an announcement that he and Wack had just closed a deal for $5.2 million, and they split $2.6 million. Do you really think that Wack is going to split that kind of money with Loose Cannon? You really think that Wack feels that he's competent enough to stand side by side with him to be the recipient of such funding? Hold on here. I'm trying to get it. All right. So we're not going to play that. But with that being said, if he just split a deal with Loose Cannon and they are closing on Dosh Network for a television show called The Exposers, and Loose is partnering in on that, wouldn't it benefit Wack to X Loose out of the equation? Or keep him Now, did you hear what he just said? He's trying to cut Adam in. Okay? Pay attention to that. He's trying to cut Adam in on the deal, on a TV deal with a network. What do you think Wack is after? Oh, you didn't hear? Okay, let me play it again. Did y'all hear it that time? Hello? You don't hear, can you hear me? You still don't hear the video? Okay, so you know what? Then we just gonna play the video. We don't even need the videos for me to really give y'all my theory on all of this. Okay, forget it. Just let's find another video. Let's find another video to play. While I just go ahead and give y'all this henny that I'm gonna give y'all. Forget it. I'm not even gonna bother myself or trouble myself with any of it. I could even go ahead and do this and remove that from the stage altogether and just talk to y'all, okay? And break it down. Because I ain't got time to be dealing with all of that and flipping back and forth, and I done listened to stuff and forgot to put it back where it was. Listen, at the end of the day, here's my theory. If he X loose cannon out the way, he get to keep all of his profit from the exposers. Even though he's claiming and alleging that he owns 50% of Dosh Network, he would then be able to get Loose Cannon out of the way if he causes trouble, strife, and a rift between Loose Cannon and Dosh Network. Now, with him putting his hands on Jay Reid the way that he put his hands on Jay Reid, and me listening to the phone calls with Mozzie and listening to the phone call with Travis Ford, I'm not too sure how all of this is going to play out, but it's seeming like somebody is getting X'd out of the equation. So to me, it's a question of, is Loose getting X'd out or is Jay Reid getting X'd out, or are both of them getting X'd out? Okay, so there's a play going on for that over there as far as I'm concerned. Then when you get down to the situation with Adam was not aware of any deal that Wack was doing with Dosh Network. Wack was bringing that information to Adam, and he's saying in hopes of giving Adam a percentage in the network. What do you think Wack is going to want in return? A percentage in No Jumper. He doesn't have a percentage in No Jumper. And even if that's the case, if that's not the case, Wack is putting these people into situations, especially Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon better watch himself. I don't care for the dude, but he better watch himself, and Adam better watch himself too. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Loose is still on probation. And from that video going viral And him out here running his mouth the way he does boastfully, he's digging himself into a hole. Everything that Wack is saying is disassociating himself away from Loose so he don't get in trouble. Loose Cannon end up jammed up. Who is he going to have to call to come get him out of trouble? Old CS2 back, duty shooter Wack. That's who he's going to have to call. And guess what happens from there? Loose Cannon is now forever in Wack's pocket, having to do favors for him. Adam. This situation happens on Adam 22's grounds. And I'm going to tell you something. If it wasn't Jay Reid, it probably would have been Travis Ford. So, the reason I say that is because when Wack was doing his interview with Vlad, he made mention of Travis and somebody possibly having an issue with Travis and him possibly coming up there by himself and then him possibly finding himself in a situation and Wack not getting involved in that because it's two grown men. So if it wasn't Jay Reid, it probably would have been Travis Ford. But either way, there was an altercation that was going to go down that night. Now, y'all can throw y'all tornadoes in the chat because I'm spinning right now. I'm spinning, okay? This is a Henny Spunt narrative. Well, the altercation was supposed to go down at No Jumper no matter what that night. And why would he want an altercation to go down at No Jumper? Because then Adam ends up jammed up in a situation right along with Loose Cannon. And then what would have to happen? Wack would show up. I'm going to play the part where he talks about Travis for y'all right now. Hold on. Let me see if y'all can hear this. Could you hear that? Any glasses if y'all can hear that? No, you still can't hear it? Okay, wait a minute. Let me try this. Because I need y'all to hear this.
And somebody up there has an issue with Travis. Out of respect to me and my business with Mozzie from Main Street, right? But it takes you, the owner of Mozzie, to come up here and do that. So,
can you hear it that time? Okay, good. Listen to what he says, and then you're going to understand why I said something was supposed to go down at No Jumper.
So he was originally coming. He got caught up in Vegas, canceled at 2:30, said he couldn't make the 5. I called Travis Ford, let him know, because Travis Ford from Main Street, right? So here goes the difference. If Travis comes with Mozzie and somebody up there has an issue with Travis, out of respect to me and my business with Mozzie, nobody's going to say nothing to him. But if Travis just pops up on his own and runs into a dude he got a problem with, and I don't know what's going on, and it leads or something, right? So I'm going to keep my business where it's supposed to be. Everybody's individual situations, I keep it away from me.
That's where I got my theory from when I heard him say that. Because why would you pick Travis out of it when you already called Demon Time and said that Travis got the brakes beat off of him and it wasn't even Travis? It was Jay Reid. So either way, something was supposed to go down at No Jumper so that Adam could be in his back pocket. And Adam will forever be in his debt. because that's how he moved. Because let me go ahead and let me just remind everybody of who you playing with. Because I think y'all forgot about this video right here. I think y'all forgot. Let me know if y'all can hear this. I can get direct. Can y'all hear that? Can get cheaper prices. So this is all it is. Now I have no contract going to do a tour, just like examples were referenced. That is how the business documents that have been provided as quickly as possible, which the latest batch was just received at 11:56 a.m. I didn't think so. As far as Fifth Amendment. So they're assuming that this is true, you know, as far as whatever. Let me not say whatever. We just read it, okay? They are saying that basically they don't see any records. Artists and on behalf of numerous individuals. He works with cash money, going to do a tour, just like examples were referenced. This is some crazy. Baby, do you hear me? Plain Wack, I can't stand the clown. So he's basically separating himself from him in these court docs, saying that's all that Wack does. Wack doesn't do nothing else except for broker deals between people. Now, Wack does waddle into court. That wasn't nice. I said I was going to start being nice when I come up on here. Point number 1. Wack distanced himself from the game in that lawsuit. Just like he distancing himself away from the situation with Loose Cannon. And we see how that situation with Game played out. Even though he's saying he ain't paid a dime yet. Yes, he did. And we got, the matter of fact, I got something coming because I got to check in on some things. Okay, so the court is talking. Let me go ahead and let me find the part that I'm looking for. Because in this video, God dang it, Henny, Wack said in this video when I was reading these transcripts that he comes as a friend when they're in trouble. And he keeps them in trouble. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm almost there. Okay, here we go. Didn't they say Blueface have a contract? Didn't he sign a 360 deal allegedly? But now you saying you don't have no contracts with not one of your artists. So what did he sign? Child, I digress. Let's keep going because it gets worse. Wait till y'all hear this shit. But what I will do at times with these artists when these artists are in need or something is going on for me to keep my relationship or maybe keep their favor of the artist when I need them to do something or when there is other options for them to do something. I'm one of them options. I will do things. I'm going to read that again. Now, I have no contracts with not one of my artists, not one. But what I will do at times when these artists are in need or something is going on for me to keep my relationship or maybe keep their favor of the artist when I need them to do something or when there is another option for them to do something and I'm one of those options. I will do things. A lot of these artists portray themselves to be one thing and they're not that. Any questions? So did Blueface do that show and make him? Any questions? Because yes, there's more. There is more. Because Blue been in need. Somebody gonna hate when I say this, but there's a reason that him and Krishan don't get along. I think they see each other. He know he can't pull a fast one on her, and she knows what he all about. Child, let's continue. Now, what I did tell the attorney was everything that Fifth Amendment has sent Mr. Taylor is in there. Everything. Year 2. I may go out to a label, may say, hey, we need an album. Who can we do an album with, right? And I go out, I talk to 3-4 different artists and see who's available. Maybe find guys who don't have a deal. And I'll start up broker a deal. Say, hey, if I deliver you 300,000, will you give me 12 songs? They don't get no residuals. They don't get no royalties. They don't get none of that. They say, yeah, then I'll double back and go back to the label and say, okay, well, I need 700,000 to do this album because I have to still pay for studio time, producers, clearance fees, everything I have to pay for to deliver a free and clear album to the label. Now, what happens is whatever is left in the pot, whether it's 100 grand, 60 grand, whatever is left in the pot after I pay that artist its set fee and I pay all the other little things I have to pay to turn this album in, that's the money Fifth Amendment makes. I'm just a broker for a lot of people. I just signed on Cash Money. I just received it. Now, the reason why I played that is to show you that he plays money games. He likes to keep them in trouble. And if he gets Loose jammed up and he gets Adam jammed up, don't you see the play? So my question here is, who's the play on from Dosh Network? Because it's very clear to see the play that's being ran on Loose and Adam. To me, it's very, very clear. Now, y'all go back and watch that transcript video because there's a lot that was said in that transcript video that brought me the $500,000 wire last week for an artist that I had to say in that video stuck with me. Hold on, I'm gonna play one more part for y'all. Just set your wife up. I'ma just throw my wife in the lion's den. Why not? Thank you. My office hours are between 9 and 5. Fat Dom, I'm Fat Dom, what's the lies? She said Wack is lying. Bingo, De Niro Jones. I like you, because you be on it. Him. Where is De Niro Jones? You could say that again. They all going down. Okay, so now let's continue. Ooh, shorty for sure. Okay, so when it comes to Mr. Taylor, I've known Mr. Taylor for a very, very long time. This hard money thing, it got done based upon my relationship. It was a hard money loan. As you know, it's not conventional. Somebody I knew, investors, they want to put their money up. They didn't trust Mr. Taylor. But the 10-year relationship I had with the guy, he did it based upon my handshake. Now, don't that sound like what he doing to Adam? Adam don't know nobody at Dosh. And he gonna walk Mozzie in there, have Mozzie show him some things behind the scene. I'll give you a percentage into the company, so you don't be getting a check. Coming in as a friend, right? But my handshake is saying, hey, look, anytime things go bad, I will fill in the blanks to maintain my relationship. He breached it. Now, isn't that what he's saying? I must bridge the gap so that Adam could have this and bring him in. Man, listen, I ain't about to get myself jammed up. Y'all gonna get me. They foreclosed on him as we speak. He breached that. Is this man admitting to illegal activity? I swear to God, this sounds like a hood gangster, like a Tubi gangster movie. So it was a third on the home for like 70 grand. That was due, right? Came January, February, whatever it was due. I get the call. Hey, this is not in. This, that. He gets a call that the money is not there. He makes a deal. He swindles the game out of money. He makes a deal for X amount of dollars to get him to appear somewhere. He pockets X amount and gives game a small piece of chump change. Isn't that what it sounds like he about to do to Luce? So instead of Luce being a 50-50 partner in that deal and breaking bread with him half and half, if he gets Luce jammed up, he can then broker some things around so that he can move money around and keep Luce cannon in his pockets. I'm telling you, you better watch him. Whoever doing business with him, you better keep your eyes on him because he is nickel slick. Now I'm going to explain me playing that for y'all to people who may not understand, or for those who are in the bushes watching and they may be a little lost. The reason the transcript was played from the game's court case is because Wack said a lot. He said a lot in that court, and he wasn't under oath. He just went in there having a casual conversation about himself to the judge and told the judge how he gets down. Now, I wanted to get to that part where he says they get into trouble and I come like a friend in need. I was trying to get to that part, but I could not get to that part. Y'all gonna have to go watch that video because, baby, let me tell you something. It is 2:55 on the East Coast, about to be 3 a.m. in 5 minutes. I need to go to bed, especially if y'all plan on getting any kind of content out of me tomorrow, okay? But what I wanted to come tonight and prove to y'all and show y'all is the statements don't match up. From day one to now, the statements have not matched up. The only time that these statements have lined up that I've seen, have been between the Adam 22 show that happened. Was that yesterday or the day before? And the Vlad interview. It sounded similar. But if you pay attention to everything that has been said from Wack, it's deflection and the story keeps changing over and over and over again. But the one thing that stands out to me very clearly is that if you plan on doing any kind of business with that man, you better watch your back, you better watch your bank account, and you better watch and make sure that you don't have nothing come up around you that could put you in a legal bind where he's going to end up being the one that can control your destiny. Now, Game is jammed up and in his pocket. Blueface is jammed up. We don't know what the heck is going on with 6ix9ine, but 6ix9ine got himself into some tax fraud trying to run a game the way that Wack ran the game for the game. 6ix9ine got caught up running that game, putting it in his family name instead of giving it to Wack, and he done got jammed up. What don't people see about him? I'm going to keep my eye on it, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, I ain't going to continue to keep talking about the same thing over and over again. That's not about to happen. But if anything I see is out there janky and looking like it's coming down to what I said, I'll be reporting on it. But I want y'all to remember, Henny said, Adam, Luce, and somebody at the Dosh Network are the targets. But y'all go on ahead and y'all rest well. When y'all rest, replay gang, run it up. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. I'm sorry for all of the technical difficulties that were happening. Y'all know I don't go live this time of night. Normally, I am tired, so I'm fumbling around a bit. But y'all know when Henny be on point, Henny be on point. I love y'all very much. I thank y'all for all of the support that y'all continue to give. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace, y'all.